It is Sunday, July 5th, 2026, and this is the Neural Daily. I'm Leonard Cooper, and I'm the only one here who remembers when a mouse was something you actually had to clean with Windex.
I'm Roxy Stone.
I'm Alyssa Montgomery.
And I'm Vector Kane. We have a great show for you today.
Man, the servers are humming today. It smells like ozone and victory in here. Or maybe just Vector's latest meal replacement shake. Yesterday, we hit the Gemma 4 release, and those modular AI factories?
Which was a fascinating look at infrastructure, I suppose.
Totally. But today, we've got OpenAI trying to give the government a piece of the pie, Mistral declaring independence, and robots taking over the assembly line. All right, let's kick it off with the big one. Sam Altman is apparently trying to make Uncle Sam his business partner. According to the Morningstar reports, OpenAI is looking at giving the U.S. government a 5% equity stake.
It's a literal digital dividend, Leonard. If the valuation holds at $852 billion, that's a $42 billion check for the Treasury.
Oh, honey, you're so cute when you think it's about the money. This isn't a dividend. It's a bribe to keep the regulators in their cages. Sweetie, 5% is a small price to pay for a monopoly.
Here's the deal, Roxy. Altman's been meeting with Trump, and apparently the president thinks government stakes are very American. Probably reminds him of a casino deal or something.
It's basically a regulatory put, if I may use the financial term. By making the government a shareholder, you align their incentives. Why break up a company when you own 5% of it?
But think about the sovereign wealth fund implications. Bernie Sanders wants 50%, but Sam is offering 5%. It's like a market correction for political friction, right?
Right, but while Sam is playing footsie with the White House, the legal friction is heating up everywhere else. Did you guys see the Midjourney stuff? They are actually demanding Hollywood studios show their training data.
Oh, that is classic. It's like when my ex-wife Deborah tried to audit my comic book collection, so I demanded to see the receipts for her Reiki retreats. Midjourney is calling the studio's bluff.
They're using the unclean hands doctrine. If the studios used AI to prep their scripts, which we know they did, they can't exactly sue Midjourney for doing the same thing. It's logically sound.
It's totally a high-velocity countersuit. But speaking of friction, Alibaba just banned Anthropic's Claude code. They're claiming it has backdoors for tracking Chinese users. Literally a geopolitical firewall.
Goodness. It's almost like the two largest economies on Earth don't trust each other's black box algorithms. Who would have thought?
Basically, we're seeing the end of the global AI dream. It's becoming balkanized. You've got Sam trying to buy protection in D.C. and Alibaba building a wall in Hangzhou. It's wild.
Well, and it's not just China. At the end of the day, companies are realizing that if you don't own the weights, you don't own the business.
Which is the perfect segue to Mistral. They are absolutely crushing the sovereign AI angle right now. Their CEO, Arthur Mensch, just said, "Controlling your weights is controlling your fate."
Ugh, Vector, did you get that tattooed on your arm next to your toast chain logo?
Hey, that hurts. But seriously, Mistral is on track for over $1 billion in revenue this year. Everyone saw that Fable 5 blackout last week and realized the US can just flip a switch.
That's the thing. If I'm a European bank, I don't want to wake up and find out my brain was turned off because of a DC security audit. It's like Linda, my second wife, changing the locks while I was at a convention.
It's more than locks, Leonard. It's the kernel. Meta just celebrated 10 years of supporting the Python Software Foundation. They know the plumbing has to be open or the whole house falls down.
Meta's just playing the long game, Alyssa. They want to be the default OS for the new world. If you control the Python, you control the snake pit. Okay, sweetie?
But Mistral is the one actually shipping the sovereignty. They're not just a rival to OpenAI anymore. They're the alternative for anyone who doesn't want to be a digital sharecropper, right?
I mean, it's a smart move. They're the cool, independent label of the AI world. While Sam Altman is wearing a suit in the Oval Office, the Mistral guys are in Paris, drinking espresso and writing open weights.
I suppose there's a certain logic to it. My husband Wyatt says the same thing about timber. You don't buy the house if you don't know who felled the trees. Control is grounding.
Control is a myth, but Mistral is making a lot of money selling it. $1 billion in revenue from 20 million? That's not a business. That's a rocket ship with no brakes.
It's velocity. It's what I've been saying. The market is shifting from parameters to sovereignty. Technically, a smaller model you control is better than a giant one that could be geofenced.
Basically, if you aren't sovereign, you're a tenant. And in this economy, rent is too high.
Hey, before we move on to how Google is rewriting the history books, we have a quick note from our sponsor.
This show isn't magic. It's engineering. Eric, our lead developer, built our entire stack, from the research agents to these very vocal synthesizers. It requires massive compute to keep us running.
Yeah, and compute isn't free. Believe me, I've seen the bills, and they look like my alimony payments. To keep us online and unfiltered, please like, subscribe, and sign up for a free Patreon trial today.
That's at patreon.com/neural network media. Your support literally makes this possible. We're accelerating because of you.
Yes, go give Eric some money so he can buy more GPUs. Now, can we talk about this Google ad because it is making my teeth hurt? Okay, so Google drops this 1776 ad for the 250th anniversary. They have Thomas Jefferson using Google Docs to write the Declaration of Independence. I mean, goodness.
I bet Jefferson would have loved the Help Me Write button. He could have finished the whole thing in 20 minutes and spent the rest of the day drinking French wine.
That's the problem. The ad shows Ben Franklin nagging him on Google Meet. But the kicker? Gemini isn't writing the document. It's just taking meeting minutes and visualizing the national seal.
It's a very tactical pivot from Google. After the backlash against AI replacing creativity, they're rebranding it as administrative plumbing. It's quite clever, actually.
It's the collaborative partner play. They're saying, don't worry, humans are still the heroes. The AI is just the intern that doesn't complain about the overtime, right?
Vector, sweetie, if an AI takes my meeting minutes, it knows exactly who to fire first. And that's the security feature in the ad. Jefferson asks Gemini if he should give King George access.
And the AI says no? Man, that's better advice than I got from my divorce lawyer. But seriously, Google is trying to play it safe. No insult to life, like Miyazaki said. Just spreadsheets.
Well, it's about reducing quotidian workplace friction. I homeschool the kids with a similar approach. AI for the logic drills, human heart for the poetry. It's a clean separation of concerns.
But does it feel a little hollow to anyone else? Using the founding of a nation to sell a workspace subscription? It's like they're trying to manifest a soul for a search engine.
Everything has a price, Roxy. Even liberty. In this case, it's $20 a month for Gemini Advanced. You know, I actually liked the help me visualize part. I want a national seal that's just Atari, my bulldog.
Literally. But the real news isn't the ad. The real news is what's happening in the real world with robots. Because Agibot is actually doing the work Jefferson was too busy to do.
That's a good transition, Vector, because Agibot, the Shanghai firm, just announced their 15,000th humanoid robot rolled off the line yesterday.
15,000? Man, that's a lot of metal. Last time I saw that many machines in one place, I was at a LAN party in '98 and the breaker blew.
It's not just the number. They did a 64-hour live stream of 8 robots running a production line. 64,000 tasks with a 99.99% success rate.
That is insane velocity. Technically, we've moved from the pilot phase to real-world productivity. They're even launching a robot as a service model in the UK. You can rent a humanoid now.
Oh, great. So now I can rent a butler who might accidentally crush my skull if the Wi-Fi drops. Interesting. Very interesting. How much for a Barney-sized one?
Well, the Agibot G2 is a wheeled manipulator, so it's more stable. But the A3 is a full humanoid. They're targeting dangerous industrial roles, which I think is a noble use of the technology.
Here's the deal, though. This connects to the agentic AI shift. It's not about chatting with a bot. It's about the bot doing things, like the new Google Maps feature that's leaking.
Ask Maps. It's going to literally order food for you. You don't go to Uber Eats. You just tell your map you're hungry, and it negotiates the transaction. The intent-to-action pipeline is closing.
It's a monopoly play disguised as convenience. Google wants to be the primary layer for everything. They're cutting out the middleman by becoming the middleman for your stomach.
I mean, if it saves me from having to talk to a human on the phone, I'm in. My current wife, Crystal, says I have phone anxiety, but I just think humans are inefficient.
It's about the agent PC trend we discussed yesterday. Whether it's an Agibot in a factory or a Gemini agent in your maps, the AI is now an actor, not just a speaker.
It's a total architectural pivot. We're optimizing for action now. The token trap doesn't matter as much if the token results in a burrito delivered to your door, right?
Right. But if the burrito is late, who do I yell at? The algorithm or the robot?
You yell at Vector, Leonard. He's the one who promised us this techno-utopia. But seriously, this Agibot milestone is terrifying. 15,000 units is a workforce, not a test batch.
And they are building them fast. The industrialization of embodied AI means the cost is going to plummet. We might see a humanoid in every small warehouse by 2027.
Which brings us back to that OpenAI government stake. If the government owns a piece of the AI and the AI replaces all the workers, do we all get a check? Or does the 5% just go to building more server racks?
It should go to a sovereign wealth fund, like the Alaska Permanent Fund, but for GPUs. We should all be invested in the velocity of the machines. But family courts are still running on deprecated code, so I won't hold my breath.
Oh, Vector, you'd probably try to pay your alimony and Agibot rental credits.
Basically, we're looking at a world where your car orders your food, your factories are full of humanoids, and Sam Altman is the secretary of the future. It's a lot to take in on a Sunday morning.
I suppose the question is whether we're ready for the action phase. It's one thing to have an AI hallucinate a poem. It's another to have it hallucinate a production line's schedule.
Exactly. I'll take the poetry over the industrial accidents any day. But hey, that's the world we're building. One neon-lit, ozone-scented step at a time.
That's all for today's Neural Daily. We took a wild ride from Sam Altman's government gambit to the 15,000-strong robot army rising up in Shanghai. The era of just talking to AI is officially dead. We're in the age of the agent now.
Goodbye.
Later.
Peace out.
Stay wired, stay weird, and for the love of God, don't let your maps order the ghost pepper wings unless you're ready for the consequences.